guys, so we're going to take a quick peek and see what you don't see coming. Okay, so we are going to use the Fairy Wisdom Oracles to get started with each pile. So I'm going to shuffle these out and then we are going to pick 4 piles here. So pile 1, what you don't see coming. I'll turn them over when I get them all out. Pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. All right, let's see what we got. So pile 1, y'all have Magic Frog, number 32. Okay. Pile 2, y'all have the Phoenix. You have number 42, Fire Element. Okay. Pile 3, y'all have number 41, Caffeine. Okay, and pile 3. Pile 4, y'all have number 15, Discovery. Okay. All right, what you don't see coming. So timestamps for everything will be down below, and I will see you at your pile. Hey, pile 1. So if you chose number 32, the Magic Frog. So immediately, of course, I want to say you may be meeting someone. You may be meeting a frog. Magic Frog, you know, it reminds me of like meeting Prince Charming. He's the frog. But you know, in Shrek, Prince Charming wasn't all that great, was he? Number 32, 5 is change. So you have some growth. You have some choices here. This may be somebody that's of interest, but you may be wondering about this person. This could be what you don't see coming, you know, as far as someone that there's this admiration that you see here, but this person, you may see them as somewhat of a frog, wondering if there's potential that's here, you know. I don't know why that's what I'm fixating on, but let's see what so in this card, this is a deck I've had for a lifetime. I got it, I've had it for about, I guess, 5 years, which is crazy, but, and I was obsessed with it in the beginning, and I just recently found it the other day. I pushed it to the back of my cabinet, and I was so excited. I was so excited to see it. Okay, so this card is actually representing child, okay? It says, have a pillow fight with a friend. So this is being more in a childlike energy. So there may be somebody here that you're fixated on, someone that you see as potential, you see as someone being part of your life, or being, you know, something to do with that, taking a risk here. Okay, so what you don't see coming. Let's take a look and see. We're going to start with some oracle cards as soon as I can locate where those are, which I don't know why I don't have them out on my table. That wasn't very smart, was it? Okay. Hold on, I gotta pull them out here. I don't know why I did that. I have other ones on my desk, but I decided not to use those last minute, and then I just never pulled the ones I was going to use out. Okay, so this is the Twin Flame Audio Oracles. I just smelled cinnamon. I don't know what that means. I can't remember. Okay, guys, so sorry. I wanted to get that right because that smell is something I don't normally smell. So cinnamon is actually, which I knew it was for protection, but I knew there's also a lot more behind that. It's been around forever and ever and ever. And so one of the things that struck my eye is, yes, protection is there. Abundance can be there as well. But this idea of love spells, like it being some sort of love spell. And you see that in this card. Look at the way they're looking at each other. But it's a frog. So we'll see what that means. Okay, so what is the unexpected? That came right on out there. Lighting the way, setting an example, light the way, setting strong boundaries. What is the unexpected coming towards? All of them have wings, this idea of having wings. It is what you believe in. Studying the study room, studying you believe, learning to love and getting to know each other. So there's somebody here that you may be getting to know. Religious factors. This may play a big part in meeting this person. Spiritual lessons. You have religious traditions and differences in spiritual beliefs. And then you have a knight's tale. An offer of love. I really think that trick or treat just came out. This could happen around Halloween or October. Playing games, not serious, unsure of their intentions. Yep, that's just that frog energy. Potential's there, but you don't know if you kiss that frog, they're going to turn into a prince or not. Which I know is like really old kind of belief, right? But still, that's the messages that are here. So, okay. So what's coming towards you? I'm going to talk about this as I shuffle the tarot, and we're going to use this brand new deck. It is called the Fantasy Colors Tarot, and I'm only just now realizing. I feel like you're meeting someone, but I feel like there's something to do with potential and trying to figure out if this is a trick or treat, like if this person's serious here or not. I think you're going to get some kind of offer here from somebody, but you and this person may be on completely different belief systems, or there could be like a big spiritual lesson here that's going on. There's something here, but I think that this person has been studying you, has been spying on you. I don't think that you've realized this, but I think this person's been spying on you. I think this person has been, this is maybe somebody you already know. This may be somebody you already know. I am feeling that. Wheel of Fortune. This is something this is something that's faded. 5 of Wands. You may already know who this is. Something may have gotten in the way. It could have been religious factors, but this person's been kind of studying you. I don't think that you've realized. I feel like somebody's spying on you or having some kind of a admirer here, you know? Trying to figure you out. Queen of Pentacles is here. This is someone that sees you as valuable. They see you as someone that's strong or that's like setting an example in some kind of way. This is interesting. Why is the study room here? There, look at that. It came out anyway. It's a 5 of Wands with study room. This is someone that's, I feel like this is someone that's really interested in you, but they needed to like get to know you more or need to know you more and know more about you. They want to know more about you. This is someone that would like know who you are or whatever, but really, really study you before they approach you in any kind of way, you know? So it's giving me that kind of a vibe. What is religious factors here? Differences in spiritual beliefs. Page of Wands. This person's kind of, if you have different belief system than this person, this is someone that's very like curious about what you do, especially if they already know who you are, if they've already met you. This is someone that's very curious. This is also about a message here as well. This could be a message here around, I don't know, your morals and values maybe don't align, or maybe there's just someone is just interested in whatever you're interested in some kind of way, you know, or just interested really in general. It's just in you, like what you believe in, what your morals are, what your values are. I don't know. Okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Why is the Knight's Tale here? Really? You have the High Priestess and the 2 of Wands. This person secretly are making plans. You don't know about this. Something's going on here. This person's making some kind of plan or secretly making some kind of plan to offer you something here. Pisces energies there. Why is the trick or treat here? The Lovers. No way. Gemini energy. How juicy. What a juicy reading. Let's keep going because I want to see this. Queen of Pentacles can be Taurus energy. What's the Queen of Pentacles, please? The Death. Okay. So, I don't know why I need to say this. I have not really referenced anyone. This person may be really not into what you're into, or you're just like a very different breed from what this person is used to, or something like that. There's this idea of death is Scorpio energy. It's about transformation, okay? I don't know why I'm having a hard time saying this. It doesn't necessarily mean that anything negative or bad. It's just about, like, death is part of life. You know, changes are part of life. And I think this person is, like, you're different. You're really, really different from what this person is used to or what's around them. You're like a breath of fresh air. You're just a significant change from what this person is, like, completely. Like, not just a little bit, but like completely different from what this person is used to in some way. Like, just your demeanor in general, or you're just like who you are. Like, I do feel like this person's really attracted to you. There's just this feeling of like strong and secure that I think this person just maybe not used to, or has not. It's a change of pace, change from what they're used to. Why is this 5 of Wands here? I don't know why I keep wanting to say that, but I'll shut up. You have a 4 of Pentacles here. I got real quiet, didn't I? I don't know. There's certain things that this person is somewhat holding on to. Like, this is about a challenge, right? This person's studying you. Like, they're challenging their own belief system in a way. This is somebody that is going against the way they've kind of always seen things, or who they've kind of always been with, or, you know, something like this. They're going against some of their own things here, to study you in some way. They're allowing you to kind of challenge their mental capacity, I want to say, as well. Like, but you stand out to this person from others. Wheel of Fortune. It's a very fixed energy. I feel like this person is kind of just in a place to where they're kind of fixed in their ways, or fixed with who they are, but their curiosity is there. And that curiosity, I feel like, does lead to you. But this trick or treat energy here, you know, to me, that also kind of entails, like, the temptation is there. The desire, this person sees you as desirable. You know, they see you as someone that is interesting and stimulating and curious. You're very curious. But they don't know if it's something like a trick or treat. This is someone that doesn't know if this is something they should get into or not. They're unsure about this. They may also be unsure of your intentions. Like, if you see them in a serious way. Okay, the High Priestess is someone is making plans here in secret, keeping these plans to themselves with that 2 of Wands, the 10 of Cups. Okay, so this could be kind of keeping this from, this is an offer. this is someone that really, like, intuitively, they know that you are someone that could make them really emotionally fulfilled. Like, they could see themselves emotionally being fulfilled here with you. This is why they're in this energy here of planning something. And I think this is something you do not see coming. The Lovers. The Five of Cups. This person is worried, though, about regretting this. They do have this fear of regret or loss. They're afraid this is going to be a trick, not a treat, right? They're still coming towards you. What's going to happen here moving forward with this person? For pile 1, what's going to happen here moving forward with this person? You have the 8 of Pentacles, the 7 of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Cups. This person's coming towards you. They're a little bit emotionally confused about, I think, what they're wanting, but they want to put in some kind of effort here with you, and you do not see this coming. What is the 8 of Pentacles? The 8 of Wands. This is going to come in very quickly. It's going to move very quickly. This is going to happen. This could be something that happens at work, like you may get some kind of message or incoming message here. This is like working something out, going back and forth, you know, with communication. Why is that 7 of Cups here? The Empress, my gosh. Queen of Pentacles, Empress, Queen of Cups. This is really somebody that really sees the potential here in you big time. The 7 of Cups with that Empress. I feel like you may feel somewhat emotionally confused here with this. But you also, on the flip side, you also feel like there's some significant potential here. Like I said with the frog here, you know. But this may put you in a place to where you're a little confused emotionally, you know. Why is that Knight of Cups here? 6 of Wands. This is someone that's choosing you because they see you, like they see you as very valuable. So this is someone that's saying, I want to win at this. I want to win. I want to win you over. I want to be victorious here. This is like, I want to charge in. I want to give this an opportunity here. Queen of Cups, Cancer energy, Libra, Taurus is here. 10 of Pentacles. This is someone that really sees you as being someone that is very valuable, especially emotionally, like the way you are emotionally as far as attentiveness or nurturing energy, or it's just, you know, the Queen of Cups is someone that's loving and caring and supportive, and yeah, you know, sometimes that's hard to come by, at least in this person's experience, because they are seeing you in this way like they haven't, I mean, this is like they haven't seen someone else like this. There's a rareness here that they feel about you. Because this 10 of Pentacles is here. Like this is someone that sees you as a mother or a wife, you know, like someone very nurturing and supportive. Temperance. Sagittarius energy. This is balance and compromise and coming together. And tell me more about who this person is. Who is this person? Tell me more about who this person is. 2 of Cups. Okay, well, tell me more about who this person is. The Chariot, Cancer energy. I mean, this is somebody that's coming in for a relationship. They want a relationship. 6 of Swords. If you already know this person wants to get to a calmer place with you. This person wants to get to a better place with you. This person wants to, they may want to travel with you here, actually. Someone that's wanting, this could be somebody traveling towards you. This could be like they want to travel with you. They want to go somewhere here. The Magician. They want to manifest something here with you. This can be like a date energy. So like someone wanting to go on a date. Um, someone wanting to commit and picking you up and going off on a date. That's what that looks like. Isn't that funny? The way that comes out. Queen of Wands, my God, is at the bottom of the deck with the Sun and Judgment. There's the King of Swords and the Page of Swords. So this person is making a choice here to communicate. Something to do with they've been going through difficulties or something's been really hard. Something about this person wants to express something to do with something's been really hard or difficult. And even if this is someone you don't know or know well, like there's just something that's going on here that's been a hard or difficult. And this person's making a choice or a judgment call here to go after, you know, what makes them happy, or go after the Sun here, or clarify things up here with you, or have this renewal. This is wanting to be successful as well with that Queen of Wands. This is someone that feels really good about this or feels really confident here. But that energy's still there, okay? This person knows that they have to compromise because they don't want to miss out, even if they feel like this could backfire, you know, or this could be a trick, not a treat. They're still going for it. This looks good as far as what's going to happen here. I think if this is someone here that comes together with you, this is someone that's wanting to, this is a commitment to meet up, commitment to come together, going in a positive direction, getting to a calmer place, and manifesting something out of that. Okay, so let's see what advice that you can have here. This person sees something with you, you know. Let me look at that real quick. I don't want to just leave y'all right there and then go into advice. Let me just take a quick peek at what does this person want with you. What does this person date? They want to date you. This is someone that is wanting to date you. I mean, very clear. Thank you. Anything else that we need to know about this person? Text message and hook up. Be careful of this energy, okay? Going too fast. This is someone that may tell you that they want to kind of keep things casual here. Be careful of that. Wait a second. Change. What should you know about this person? What else do we need to know about a hookup? Signs and synchronicities. Give me one more for that. 222 may be important. Yeah. Two cards came out. Fear and Snake. Okay. What you need to know about this person. This is what's coming out here with this Five of Cups, okay? This could be you on your side and this person's both. I think that you both kind of hold on to this kind of fear here of deception. Fear of being hurt. Fear of this being a trick. So just follow the signs and synchronicities here. Listen to your intuition. Listen to what you're receiving here from Spirit about this. And whether or not this is a short-term thing or something that's casual or fling or whatever this is, okay? Be paying attention to that. You're going to have to work through these fears if this is something that you desire. And this person is, they feel the same way, but they're working through their fears because this is something that they desire. So communicate here with this person about this, about your fears, about what you want from this to begin with. Yeah. There's a fear of this just being a casual thing or something like that. You have and this person has. So it's just communication is really important here. I just should have went into advice. Reconciliation, for some of you, this is a reunion of some sort, whether you hardly know this person and you're just reuniting, or this is someone that you really know and you're reuniting. But I do feel like regardless, it is unexpected. And they have some things that they want to discuss or tell you when it comes to this reconciliation, okay? Okay. Perhaps where they were, if you've already been around this person, what what they've been up to, what's been going on with them. I just saw embrace, which is what they're doing here. Tell me about what advice you have for pile 1, divine timing. So time has been really relevant here with that Wheel of Fortune. Everything has a higher purpose. So if there's been like time that's gone by here with you and this person, there's a reason for that. And I think it could be working through these fears or needing to get to know or understand each other better. Have fun and express yourself in new ways. So just have fun with this is what they're saying. Don't put any kind of heavy energy on it, and moving on. Endings that bring healthy beginnings. So for some of you, this is a healthy beginning. This is a new healthy beginning for you. An opportunity here for that. Happiness is at the bottom. So new discoveries that lead to celebrations. Love yourself first. So this is you choosing a new beginning here for yourself, and a healthy new beginning, and choosing happiness here. What do you have here? This is the affirmator. Thought these would be kind of fun. I didn't know how this was going to turn out like either, so we'll see how this goes. Tell me about advice, please, to leave pile 1 with. That came right out. Courage. Have to have courage. Having courage in this, yeah. You have free will. This is your choice. I don't know who this is. You'll know who this is, though, when they show up. This is unexpected, the way it's coming towards you. This is someone that's wanting to come together with you. I feel like for some of you, this is someone that you don't know that well. But for some of you, this is someone maybe a lot of time has gone by. So you're catching up. There's a lot of catching up to do. I feel like you have some strong boundaries here. And I feel like this person recognizes that. They're honoring that and respecting that. I do feel like that this takes some courage on this person's part, because they are nervous about regretting this. This is someone that feels like there's a lot of differences between you and them, but they also very curious about you, and they have a lot of admiration. There's a lot of things this person sees in you that they value, that they feel like that they could be emotionally happy with. So they're going for that. I think this person's making plans here to reach out to you. I feel like everything has a higher purpose here with this dating. So something happened maybe perhaps between the two of you where maybe there's a false start, or there was, I don't know, something that's there that they're wanting to kind of explain what's going on. And, you know, they're reaching out here to you. And this is about communicating your wants and your needs, and also like expressing within yourself, and be open and authentic to who you are. And this person will allow you to do that. They want you to do that. Also, this is about choosing something different. You know, you wanting to express yourself and move on from any kind of casual relationship, short-term things. Like this is like two people coming together that really want something that's really real. And this comes from a place of loving yourself first. So your fears and their fears are very well aligned with one another here. So if you're feeling it, they're probably feeling it too. So be open and communicative back and forth with this person about these fears. I think that's key here into making the best healthy choices for yourself, and you know, courage. Okay. No one is fearless, no one. But even though I'm not fearless, I am courageous. When fear shows up, I don't run away from it. I use my courage to conquer it. My courage allows me to walk right up to that fear and kick it in the nuts. Then quickly run and hide behind someone bigger until it goes away. Yeah, okay. All right. I feel like this person knows that they're taking a chance here with coming towards you. Okay, they're trying to conquer that fear. They feel guilty. I don't know if you already know who this is. There's something here to do with this person feeling somewhat guilty, or something to do with that. I don't know. There's something to do with needing to explain something that's here. Okay, anyway. That wasn't very cash money of you. See? That's what I'm talking about right there. You don't have a soul. You are a soul. Let your dreams be your wings. No kidding, because at the beginning of your reading, I said there's a lot of wings going on here. Let your dreams be your wings. And that's, about believing in yourself. And I didn't want to get into it, but I was thinking, Tinkerbell, and she flies and she's got wings and she tells everybody she sprinkles the dust on them and you have to believe in yourself that you can fly and you can. And I should have went into all that. I didn't. I was trying to save time, but here it is. Let your dreams be your wings. So that's important. They're not letting me get away from it. And you have the cactus here, so those boundaries are here in place. So that's probably something to do with communication as well, like communicating to someone where your boundaries are, because you are in this place of being afraid of, being hurt. Like, I'm really afraid I'm going to get hurt. So, I'm putting some boundaries up here. You may feel me distant at times, but I'm just, it's going to take me some time to get to know you, to get to know this, or to get, to reconcile this, and trust this here. Just communicate that, and that can explain so much, so the other person is not like in their head thinking, what's going on? This person's doing this, that, and the other, I think that's important to both of you. Okay, we have CRTUURM or WABKZY and I. Heard why I declare in my head. I don't know where that came from. Besides, why I declare. I don't know where that's from, but there you go. Okay, guys, I'm going to leave you right here. So thanks so much for being here. Thanks for all your love and support and kindness. I hope this helps. Good luck, and I hope to see you soon. Bye. Hey, Paul 2. So let's take a look and see. So we have fire element number 42 here with what you don't see coming. Now I'm going to read the key card in this book for the fire element. It says passion. Set a goal today. So this is the Phoenix, which is that Scorpio energy, which is about transformation and change. 2017 is on this card by the artist. Could be relevant. Maybe you had some changes that happened at that time that were significant. The Phoenix is rising from the ashes, so that could be relevant in some kind of way. Number 42, fire element. You could be a fire element or dealing with a fire element. That's Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. 4 has to do with your stability. 2 is about decisions and balance. So, okay, with all that in mind, we are going to start with the Twin Flame Audio Oracles to see what this is that you don't see coming. And we are going to use the Tarot of the Cosmic Seed for you guys. So we'll put this over here to the side, which has the snake on it actually, which is also about transformation. But it's a little bit different. Snakes, it's really difficult for the snake to shed its skin. It's very painful for it, but it's also very necessary. So that could mean something to you here pertaining to what you don't see coming. So what does Paul 2 not see coming? What does Paul 2 not see coming? What does Paul 2 not see coming? Okay, let's see what we have here. I'm landing on the Traveler. So, travel, a foreigner, beginning of your journey, long distance relationship. Let's see how that goes. We're starting off with on a pedestal. Great admiration, idealizing and denying flaws, and feeling out of your league. We have bottled up, holding back, pent up emotions, calm and collected. We have heart of betrayal, unfaithful, love triangle, betrayal of trust. We have magical gateway, go for it, on the right path, and wonderful new beginning. And then you have daydreaming here. Fantasizing, escaping, and wishful thinking. All right, as I shuffle, I'm going to tell you what I'm seeing. Okay. So I feel like that there's a situation here where someone or you have been holding back. I feel like that you've been kind of holding back about how you really feel about something. I feel like it's your energy, so that's how I'm going to address this. I feel like you are going through some significant change here. I feel like you feel like you're like at that magical gateway, and I feel like you're moving into a place to where you're in this daydreaming energy. You're in this fantasizing, wishful thinking kind of place. This could just be a manifestation. You know, you're in this stage where you're having this new beginning and you're trying to like manifest something. You feel really good about this energy, just like the phoenix rising. This is what you're leaving behind, I feel. This could have to do with your own worth, your own value, being on a pedestal and holding back, or, you know, you have a lot of emotions about this heart of betrayal that you're kind of, I may not necessarily be holding back. I feel like it could be that you're just staying calm and collected about something where you feel like that there was this heart of betrayal. Valuing yourself and how you are approaching this situation, even though that might be something that's very difficult for you. You're seeing this as an opportunity to have a new beginning, and you're starting to step into, okay, I'm just going to start manifesting something here new for myself. This could have to do with travel. You know, you could be in a place to where you are, you may be taking a trip, going on vacation, traveling. Okay. Energies here is kind of heavy, especially when it comes to that heart of betrayal being right smack dab in the middle of your what you don't see coming. Tell me about pile 2 and what they don't see coming. So we're starting here with the Knight of Pentacles, the Devil. That's what you're holding back here is the Devil. Look, wow, okay. 5 of Swords just wanted to come out in a hurry in reverse. This is about making amends. This is that betrayal, getting over, moving on, making amends, just letting go of it. The Devil here with this, they're both bottling something up, you know, holding something within. Tell me about the magical gateway. This is holding, hold on, yeah. Okay. Something's going to happen here. I don't know what exactly this is, but there's something that's here that's going to immediately make you want to move in a new direction and let something completely go. I don't know what exactly this is, okay? But there's some sort of something to do with some kind of betrayal, and that you are just kind of, it's not really necessarily that you're bottling up your feelings. You're just kind of recognizing something as toxic, and you're staying kind of calm about it, and you're just releasing it. I do feel like there's anger here and frustration when it comes to having to start over or having some kind of new beginning. Tell me about daydreaming. Now you have a King of Swords here. So you have the King and Queen of Swords here. You may be dealing with a counterpart. Also, this looks like the same dress that she's wearing, kind of the same, you know, feeling of it. I need to get some clarifiers before I say that. You have Libra and Aquarius for me, and Capricorn. Why is that Knight of Pentacles there? The Two of Wands in the reverse. Tell me about the Devil. The Magician. I feel like there's a situation here where you feel like someone else will never kind of understand how you feel. And this is what you're trying to let go of. Five of Swords. And this is the Empress in reverse. They both have their hands up in that position too, over their heart, like protecting your heart. Like, this is about, like, using your head, to me, when it comes to the devil. This feels very complicated. Why is this Queen of Swords in the reverse? Oh, wow. Whew. I told you. This energy's, like, intense. You have the Sacred Masculine here now. So you have the Emperor, the Empress, the King of Swords, and the Queen of Swords. This is when two people aren't seeing eye to eye on something. They don't see something the same way. And you may feel like there's someone here that is not going to see something your way. Like, they're not going to see something the way that it is, the way that you see it, and you're having to kind of just let go of that. Like, someone's not seeing how they hurt you. Someone's not seeing something for what it is. You feel like someone's just not seeing something right. And but you're having to just let go of it, and you're trying to step into a place to where you're thinking about, I think you're trying to be smart. You're not in this place anymore to where you are daydreaming or being in that wishful thinking, but you are still in a manifestation energy, though, because you're wanting something new here for yourself. That's the Traveler, beginning a new journey. Yeah, you have the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. You're settling here in a way where you feel like this was just wishful thinking. This was just wishful thinking. Something did not go like you planned for it to. Although you may have been hoping for the best here, there's a part of you that just may feel like, you know what, either you just feel like this person's just out of your league or you're out of theirs. So, I hate saying that, but you just held on a pedestal. Like, maybe you had the situation on a pedestal in some way, or this person just, maybe you feel like they feel that way about themselves, or whatever the situation is, you just feel like it's out of reach. And this could also be someone that you're dealing with, though. But the Two of Wands in reverse is telling me, despite the determination or the process or whatever, it just didn't go in the way that you intended or that you wanted. And the way that it actually manifested ended up being somewhat toxic, probably because if you have anybody or anything on a pedestal, I feel like eventually that's going to end up being somewhat toxic. The dynamic is off. You're not in alignment with the other person because you're not allowing yourself to be. If you're seeing someone else that is higher above you, vice versa, it's the same thing. It's just like there's going to be some problems. There's going to be definitely some insecurities that play out there because you're not, like, that's somebody that's really going to, like, they're going to put a trigger on every insecurity that you have if you put them so far above you. You're going to start feeling really insecure about yourself. And that could have been what happened here. It just didn't go the way that you wanted it to. And you're holding on to, you're just in a place where you're trying to just kind of release this fire element, this passion. You're dealing with it in different ways. I do feel like there's some anger that's going on here, especially with this Heart of Betrayal. You feel like there was like a betrayal of trust, or there was just like this significant like pain that was here that was caused. This Five of Swords, the Sacred Feminine, you feel betrayed in some way. And this is about moving on from that. Something not being what you thought or ending up the way that you wanted. But you're also moving into a new energy, and that's what you don't see coming. What's going to happen here moving forward? You have Aries, Libra, Taurus. You have some, I wanted to say Capricorn, but what's going to happen here? Gemini's down here too. There's Capricorn here. Six of Pentacles in the reverse. No longer giving to a situation. Five of Pentacles. Feeling somewhat lost. There's a feeling here of feeling somewhat abandoned or loss. Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. These are emotions that you're going to have to address. That's what's coming towards you. You don't see. You've been bottling this up. You've been not wanting to think about it, not wanting to feel it. You've been trying to be logical here and say, well, this person was just, maybe you felt like they were asking for too much, or they wanted too much from you, or it just wasn't going to work out. You know, that they're no longer giving to you in some kind of way. I don't know. You're just trying to, like, it's wishful thinking, that kind of feeling. You're just trying to, like, be logical, you know, and move on. But what you don't see, though, is that I think this is going to catch up with you. The Six of Pentacles, and this could be somebody that's coming towards you, so keep that in mind. The Six of Pentacles in reverse is no longer, you know, giving in a situation. That Five of Pentacles is, you know, maybe somebody's no longer giving to you, or you're not giving to them anymore. And there's this feeling of feeling lost or abandoned, or you could be down and out as well. Something, you may feel like you're not, this could be financial too, like you don't feel financially imbalanced. But just feeling at a loss, you know, with that Five of Pentacles and Ten of Pentacles, you may feel like you're somewhat going backwards here, but it's because it's not that you're going backwards. You've just been bottling up how you really feel about something. Trying to make something new, but not like really looking at it, you know. You have Temperance here, Sagittarius. Got some Pisces energies down here as well with these fish. Finding balance is something that's here. Why is that Six of Pentacles in the reverse? Five of Wands. Yeah. Why is the Five of Pentacles here? There's the King of Cups. Scorpio energy. Why is the Ten of Pentacles here? The Nine of Wands in reverse. There's a feeling of something just being overwhelming and kind of in an energy of giving up. And I think that I think that whatever it was that you had an idea of manifesting is not come to fruition. And I feel like whatever that was, there was definitely some hurt or betrayal or pain or something that was there. This could be over a person, place, or thing, where something didn't align or come together properly. If this is a person, you and this person had very different ideas about what it was that you wanted. And there's an energy here of no longer giving to the situation and kind of settling into that. But I think what you don't see coming is, yeah, this new beginning, this new journey will start. But you're in a very, like, pessimistic kind of feeling. I think that something is no longer, like, feeling like it's like there's an energy here of something not giving to you the same as it was, and being over, like, some kind of interfering, something that's interfering here with, it could be your finances, it could be just balance in your life, it could be like somebody no longer giving to you, so you're kind of conflicted about how you're going to gain whatever, you know. It's just what you did have here with the Six of Pentacles, you don't have, and now you're at the Five of Pentacles here. But what you're thinking about is the Ten of Pentacles, that it just, to you, it just seems like way too far ahead of yourself. Like that, like on the pedestal. It's the same energy. It's like, you know, I don't know. It's like pulling yourself off of the pedestal. Knocking yourself off the pedestal and being like, you know what? This knocked me down. Like, this really did knock me down. This really did, like, push me back. And you're being honest with yourself, and I think that you're trying to connect with being emotionally strong and overcoming some things here and finding balance and peace with it. And you have the Nine of Cups in the reverse. This is just you dealing with your emotions. I honestly feel like, and I hate to say this, but I mean, I'm a true reader, so I'm going to tell you what I see. what this is doing here, I guess in the best way to say this is a feeling of something that you thought you were getting or having or that you wanted even. That's been kind of, the rug has been kind of pulled out from under you. And there's a lot of emotion with that, but you're having to figure things out. Like it's a challenge because you don't have exactly everything that you did have, and you're trying to like balance and figure all that out. So you're gonna feel somewhat like you're lacking, but I think what it's actually doing here, like the bigger lesson behind this, is it's putting you in a new path. And within this new path, this is a path of like it's just a brand new beginning for yourself. And I think eventually you'll get to where you start realizing that like this is not just like I'm lost something, I'm losing. This is also like a new beginning for myself. And I think that once you kind of switch your mindset into that reality, things really start to change here for you. Yeah, look at that. 8 of Wands. They start to pick up pace. Things start to really shift. But you have to get your mindset going into that place. And I think that you do, because we're talking about what you don't see coming. The Tower. The Four of Pentacles. See how you're still going kind of down here? So there's this huge like wake up call about holding on to what it is that you have, or how to hold on to what it is that you have. Prioritizing your sense of security or safety in some way that's very different from what you've been feeling before. Like this is a feeling here, guys, of someone that was just like happy-go-lucky or just had themselves in a certain position, and like spirit comes along and they're like, they're getting way too greedy, or they're getting way too whatever, they're getting way too confident, let's just kick them right off that stool there and see. They need to learn some lessons, and that's just about right? It's always that, like when you feel like things are just going so good in a situation, and something like that will happen. Of course, there's a big lesson behind that, and that's up to y'all to figure out what that is. Y'all know what it is because you're already coming into this awakening, this awareness here of like, this is like desperately needing to make some changes. Yeah. The Knight of Wands in reverse. This may happen very suddenly or quickly. The Tower. What is the Tower? Scorpio energies, the Tower. The Three of Pentacles in reverse. This is a broken commitment, contract, something not working out the way that you intended. Look, you still are going down here. The Three of Pentacles now. Yeah, it's bringing you back down to making another choice. That's what it is. I won't be surprised if we don't see the Two of Pentacles before we end up closing. Why is the Four of Pentacles here? You have a Queen of Cups in the reverse. This is holding back emotionally, but this can be to where it really breaks you. Guys, there is something. I feel like this is coming. I feel like there's something here that like you're living on the edge of something. You may be on that pedestal, but you're living on the edge of it. It's like you went against something here, or I don't know, you're having, like, there's been some stuff that you've also experienced here. And, like when you go through like a very hurtful experience and you're not motivated, you're not like wanting to like get up and go, you don't have that feeling, you don't have that desire, you don't have that passion for anything. And it can mess up other areas. It can run into other areas of your life, because you don't feel like putting in the effort and all that other stuff. You're not staying focused on your priorities. Despite the effort of trying, it's like, it's just hard. This is you like finally getting to that breaking point to where it kind of breaks you to where you realize that like, I have to wake up. I have to hold on to something. I have to start acknowledging things here. So we're going down. So it's almost like financially, like let's just say that Four of Pentacles can be about a savings. So like, let's just say you're saving something and you're building up, and you build up to the 6, but you overdo it at the 6 because you have the 6 now. So it's like, okay, I have the 6 now, so I'm going to get this, this, and this. But then you realize, like, crap, that's starting to catch up with you, and now you're back down to not only the 4, but now you're at the 3. So now you're having to build back up, and it's like a realization of your breaking point to where you're needing to see this and look at this and go, okay, this is an opportunity for me to start over, start fresh. This is a new beginning. We get multiple new beginnings in a lifetime, right? So this is just another new beginning for me. And if you could get your mindset into that idea of, okay, this may have set me back, but this is also an opportunity for me to say, okay, I'm going to live this next phase differently. What am I going to do now? And do things differently. And so you're going to have a new experience, hopefully a much better experience. If you can see it as an opportunity of that, you can step into more manifesting, what you want. So what's going to happen here if they can do that? The High Priestess, follow and listen to your intuition, this inner knowing. The Messenger of, this is the Page of Swords. Be honest with yourself. Needing to really be honest with yourself and what you're capable of bringing, or what you're capable, where you are, is important. And the Knight of Swords, and take action towards what you're promising yourself here. Okay, the World in reverse. It's not over. It's not over. You've just been knocked down, and you're building back up. That's it. This reading came out differently, right? Judgment here is also underneath the World in reverse, both in reverse. That's Scorpio energy, which is about this transformation that's here. So this is a change that you did not want or expect. This is a change that's happening to you, but it's also happening for you at the same time, if you can see it like that, because this is an opportunity for you to be honest with yourself, be realistic, start over, start better, start bigger. Have you ever worked on a project and you get done with it and you say, man, if I could start over, I would have done it this way. It would have been so much easier, so much better. This is what your reading's about. That's what your reading's about. That's it. Okay, so let's see what's going to happen here. Let's just get some advice. Let's get some advice. This is the Divine Goddess Oracle deck. This went in a weird way. Yeah. This reading was different. What advice do you have for pile 2? Self-awareness. Yep, that's what this is. You're becoming more self-aware of something, and it's really going to help you moving forward. That magical gateway is no joke, okay? You have an opportunity here to really have a brand new, wonderful, brand new beginning for yourself, but you need to hold on to things differently, and what's important to you, and what's, brings you a sense of peace and stability and comfort and security. It's just, this says tapping into your higher self, questioning your routines and patterns, and that's what we see here, okay? And something may have kicked this off. I don't know what that was, but with that, I don't know. I'm not going to go far into that. Success. It's your time to shine. Success from what you pour your heart into. So, yeah. And divine counterpart. Well, it came up anyway, didn't it? For some of you, this may be a relationship where you're starting all over. I feel like it's more significant than that. I feel like it's a lot of other areas in your life. But I feel like this is about you, basically kind of rebuilding yourself. And I feel like it's going to go in such a great way. You're not even going to believe where you're going to be at, in a year from now. It's just, there's just this opportunity at hand to have such a new, secure, strong, peaceful beginning. And you really need to focus in on that. It says a divine connection sent to you from the angels. So even if there was someone here, you may have had an experience here with someone where from the whatever transpired within this connection, it really woke you up to something about yourself that you can benefit from now seeing moving forward. Self-limiting beliefs, that's what that is. Hold on. Negative thoughts are creating roadblock in your life. So there was some kind of a negative thought system belief system that you were in about yourself. That it's like that pedestal theory we talked about earlier. Okay. It's giving you determination. This is giving you determination that you've been looking for, you've needed. Tell me about any advice. This is the affirmators, by the way. What advice do you have for... I don't know if we need to do all of that, but these say follow your heart again in love. So this is a side message, I think, with this. So there's this feeling of just needing to follow your heart here, right? When it comes to love or what you want to do. Follow what makes you happy is kind of what you're getting from that. No judgment here. Okay. I release myself from any and all judgments. And this may have been part of it. Like, that's it. You know, you judging yourself, really. I find my inner critic, call it into my office, and tell it to take a vacation. Look at that. May go on a vacation. As it leaves the room, I let out a sigh. Begin the joy of simply being. Who hired that guy anyways? Yeah, I think some of you may have just been really too hard on yourself. You know, you're setting your standards like crazy high for yourself. Actually, just did a reading about what you need to know or what you're not seeing that had a lot to do with that. Somebody may resonate with. Okay, let's get some initials to close and charms. Y'all's was interesting. This is not what I was expecting at all, but if you're in that place right now, hopefully this helps and gives you some sort of, optimism, because you really can get somewhere with this. There was a lesson that you learned, you're processing, that can really, this awareness that you came into about yourself it's like you've overcome significant blockage. But again, you're having to build back up. So don't be discouraged here. Now, I've always seen this as a hard pill to swallow, which is what this reading would entail as well. But Ash just got some antibiotics here for my kid, and this is what they look like. Exactly what they look like, red and white. And so, yeah, antibiotics is about healing. It's the remedy. This is what you needed, but might not be what you wanted. Yeah. Sail ship, so moving. There you go again. That's the sail ship that's there. Traveling, moving somewhere else, moving somewhere different, getting into a different position, getting into a calmer place. Maybe you had too much, that you were trying to accomplish or do, or responsibilities. It's funny, I think that people don't think about it, but the more you accumulate in a life, then if you're not playing your cards right, actually you're just accumulating more responsibilities, You have to be really smart about how you go about that. You don't have a soul, you are a soul. If not now, then when? Okay, so we have RV. So an RV could be important. Maybe that's something that you're looking into. We have DECNBOA. TM or W and a P. Map is right there, so RV and a map. You might be going on a little traveling trip or something. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to leave you here. So thank you so much for being here. Thanks for all your love and support and kindness, of course. I hope this helps. Good luck, and I hope to see you soon. Bye. Hey, Pile 3. So if you chose number 41, caffeine. So you may be someone that has found some energy, or you're needing it. We're talking about what you don't see coming. the unexpected, what you don't expect, what you don't see coming. And yeah, she's already been through this cup and she's got this one turned over here. So this is 5, which is about change, new beginning here, stability, feeling more strong, stable, and secure. I feel like is something that's here. The key word here for caffeine in this book is motivation. And it says, have a triple shot of confidence today. So I feel like that there's this confidence that's going to come over you, or you're going to be getting that because of something here that's unfolding that you don't see coming, okay? So let's hope and pray for the best. It sounds great so far. A big boost of confidence coming your way. So let's see what we have. We're going to get into the Twin Flame Audio Oracles to start, and then I'm going to use the Fairy Tale Tarot to get the rest of your reading out. Okay, so let's see. Pile 3, caffeine, what you don't see coming. Pile 3 with caffeine, what you don't see coming. What you don't see coming. Pile 3, what they don't see coming. Okay, first card out, we have Sacrifice. Difficult decision, align your priorities, and must give up something to win. You have Big Heart, genuine love, kind, loving, generous, can be trusted with your heart. You have Cleanup Crew, cleaning up life, getting rid of distractions, and making healthy choices. This is that motivation here. We got the Devil's Domain, so obsession, addictions, poor habits, and codependency. Could explain what you're cleaning up, and daydream. Now, no kidding, that card came out in one of the other piles, so that's kind of crazy, right there in that same spot. Okay, bottom of the deck you have Radiant Sun. Look at that. Confidence, success, enthusiasm, optimism, and fulfillment. This looks good. This looks good with what you don't see coming. I'm going to shuffle as I'm talking. Okay, so I do feel like that this starts with a decision. This is a decision that you make in yourself. I feel like this is a decision that you make with yourself, to love yourself, to give back to yourself, and to clean something up, to start making healthy choices, to get rid of some kind of distraction here. There may have been something here that's been distracting you, or you've been focused on that's been, part of an addiction here for you, or some kind of codependency or obsession even. There's this idea that you are cleaning up something that you know has not been good for you. And there's a choice here. This starts with you making a choice. You have this motivation here. There's something that's here, and we're going to get into the cards to tell us more about what that is, that motivates you into making this decision here for yourself. And it puts you in a place to where you have an opportunity here to actually daydream about a different life, to have a different life. Let's see what's going to be revealed to you when it comes to aligning your priorities or making this decision, because there's something here with that Radiant Sun that is definitely in a way being revealed to you. I just saw Death in reverse. So that can be like repeating a cycle, like this being revealed to you that you keep repeating the same cycle here. Tell me about Sacrifice, or tell me what pile 3 does not see coming. Wheel of Fortune. It's time. It's time. It's time for you to make this decision. You have the High Priestess in reverse, opening up about something here, maybe to someone that you trust, someone that loves you and cares about you, someone that is nurturing and can be there for you is important. But this is also like opening up to yourself and being honest with yourself here with that High Priestess, Pisces energy. You have the 8 of Pentacles here in reverse. So you have not been in a place to where you've really been putting out the effort. You've not been, like, you've been kind of, for lack of a better way of putting it, there's this laziness that comes along with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Um, like you've just been not wanting to do something. You've been kind of putting something off. You haven't been really putting the effort that you could into something. Like this is like, I didn't study well enough for this test. And you knew that, being honest with yourself about that. This is you, okay, making healthy choices. And this could also be like something is not going anywhere. It's not progressing. It's not going anywhere. It's not doing you good. And needing to make a change. Why is this? This could be work, and you feel like something here that's not working and you're needing to. This is like getting you distracted from what is important that you need to be focused on. Whatever that is, this is what you're trying to clean up or get rid of. What is the devil's domain here? What is the devil's domain? King of Pentacles in the reverse. This could be somebody you're dealing with, or this could just be you feeling this way, where you're letting like other things, temptations, insecurities, fear, whatever it is, you're letting other things kind of captivate you or get in the way of you being who you really want to be. Tell me about daydreaming. Capricorn's there. You have the Four of Swords in the reverse. Some of you've just been kind of in this place of where you've overthought everything, and now you're in a place where you're just wishful thinking, like you've been sitting in a place to where you've been thinking about doing something, but you haven't actually took the action to do it, and it's because you kind of keep reevaluating, or you feel too overwhelmed about it, or it becomes like you just keep kind of setting yourself back. I think this is something that this could be something that may be somewhat of an escape for you, or like a fantasy in some kind of way, or it's just like whatever that is. I don't know what it is. It's something that's connected to this devilish energy that you've identified as being on the devil's domain. This is what you are needing to change, clean up. You're aware to this. It's time. And you feel motivated. This is a feeling of feeling motivated, feeling confident. Okay, so what is the Wheel of Fortune? The sun just came out. That is so cool in y'all's reading, because that's what the radiant sun here is. The sun just came out. The sun is great. It talks about success and trust and trusting in, spirit, and talks about joy and happiness and everything being illuminated. That's what the sun brings, and that's what's here. That energy. Despite the fact that this may be difficult decision, the sacrifices need to be made, you have the clarity. You know it. You have the understanding. So why is the Wheel of Fortune here? Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune, please. The Lovers. And this is about you and what you align with. For some of you, this may have to do with a relationship. For some of you, this has to do with maybe you're doing this for a relationship, like you're wanting to make some sacrifices here because you do love and care about somebody, and you no longer want to be the cause of any kind of destruction here, or this is someone that's doing this for you. So keep that in mind. This could be someone else's energy. But I think the bottom line here is that it's time to go towards things that align with your sense of morals and values. That's the Lovers. It's about, this is the choice that's here. It's a card of choice. Making a choice, and it's time to make a choice to focus on what aligns with me, what I feel like is good and right for me. Why is the High Priestess in reverse? Pisces, Gemini, and Capricorn are here. You have a Two of Wands in the reverse with big heart. You may be dealing with somebody here that could be very understanding, or you see them in that way. The Two of Pentacles, or Two of Wands in the reverse with that High Priestess, what's coming out is you may have made just bad choices. I mean, it's just like you took a path that didn't play out for you. You took the wrong path. You made a bad choice. It's like just, admitting and being honest with yourself about that, but still loving yourself. You're not. There's a big sense of compassion that's here, whether that's coming from someone else or yourself or both. It is definitely something that's being recognized. And the fact that, you didn't listen to your intuition, perhaps. You didn't follow the path that you had planned for yourself, and recognizing that, being honest with yourself. Why is that Eight of Pentacles here in reverse? There's the Ten of Pentacles. There's this feeling of wanting to clean up, wanting to make progress and change the situation, because it's what the path that you've been on is not going to give you what you're wanting, what you're looking for. Tell me about that King of Pentacles in the reverse with the Devil's Domain. Yeah, the Tower. It's a wake-up call. Huge wake-up call. This must be something in the collective right now, but I mean, it's funny. I feel like in reading sometimes I get these energies of like realizing that you made like a bad choice, or you went down the wrong road, whether you knew it or not. And it's like, we all make those decisions. We all make the bad decisions. We all fall into the devil and temptation and everything else. We're not all saints. We're not all just saints. We're human beings, and we have temptation and needs and wants and desires and all those other things. Some of those are more significant than others, and that just depends on everything else in your life, right? And who you are and the lessons that you need to learn in this lifetime, I feel. But the Tower's that Scorpio energy. So this is something here that it just needs to change. And it could be that you're wanting to maybe not be reliant or dependent or codependent on anyone else. You want that to change. This is like an idea of, with what you don't see coming. Hold on. I'm falling into something here. Why is the Tower here? The Devil. The Devil. The Devil is here twice. This could be someone, too, for some of you, that you felt like you were dependent on that person for certain things, and that was something that became toxic. And this is like a wake-up call around that. For others of you, this is about yourself, with that King of Pentacles being in reverse. This is some heavy Capricorn energy and Scorpios here. So your foundation in some way, or your sense of security in some way, I feel like is changing significantly, or has changed significantly. And this is what's been that wake-up call here with that Tower, that the way that maybe you were doing things was not healthy. Why is that Four of Swords in the reverse? Remember, this could be someone around you, okay? Yeah, you got stuck here, this Three of Swords. Stuck in this, like, fantasy. For some of you, you're realizing that someone was not a good decision or a fit for you. For others of you, this has to do with your own personal life. And something here that you were doing that was a distraction and definitely got you off your path. This Three of Swords is like, you may have went off on a journey. This feels like one of the other piles. And yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to. If you know, you know. You may have went off into a journey of sadness. With that Three of Swords being there, like feeling heartbroken or sad here. Wishful thinking in this place where you just kind of got a little bit like lost in it. And you just need to pick yourself up. You just need to pull yourself back out of it. And I think the motivation to do that is here. Okay, so what's going to happen here moving forward? What's going to happen here moving forward? If there's somebody here that you're dealing with, this could be part of what's motivating you. This could be somebody that's saying, hey, if something doesn't change here, I'm done with this, Tell me more about what's going to happen here. What can you tell me about what pile 3 doesn't see coming? You have a King of Swords that's here. So this is communication from someone, I feel. Aquarius energy. Or you communicating. Two of Swords in reverse, making a bad decision and being not in a good place. Then the Strength here in reverse, Leo energy. And the King of Wands. Leo energy again. Why is that King of Swords here? The Knight of Wands in the reverse. This is someone being somewhat nervous at coming in and having a conversation or speaking their truth here. Being somewhat nervous about speaking your truth. Approaching a situation. Why is the Two of not knowing what to expect? Why is the Two of Swords here in reverse? The Five of Pentacles. Being somewhat afraid someone will block you out or just kind of abandon you or leave you out in the cold, or has or will. This is a conversation here. Someone's wanting to have a conversation here with you about making better choices for themselves. Why is the Strength here in reverse? The I was just fixing to say, this may not be a love interest, and the Ten of Cups come out. So, and this may have something to do with family. With that Ten of Cups being in reverse and Strength in reverse, this can be like somebody that doesn't want to lose that emotional fulfillment that they see here. So this can be like somebody saying, I gotta straighten my way. I gotta straighten myself up, or I'm gonna lose my family, or I gotta straighten myself up, or I'm gonna lose what's emotionally important or valuable to me. Why is that King of Wands here? The Seven of Cups. You're giving somebody something to think about. You're giving someone something to think about. This is like changing for a relationship. So I don't know if this is someone could be someone that's coming towards you, or if this is your energy I'm reading. But either way, someone's wanting to change for a relationship. And not necessarily just for the relationship, for themselves, but they're wanting to change because they're recognizing certain things because of a relationship. And perhaps maybe someone pulling their energy back or stepping aside because of someone else's behavior. Then we have the Devil here twice, the King of Pentacles in reverse. Someone did not have their priorities right. There was someone here that wasn't honest or was not being honest with themselves. And there's this huge like aha realization about all of this. Like, I was not focused on what was important. And it comes from a loss. It's coming here after a wake-up call, like of what they could be losing here. So there's a conversation that's going to happen around, and it's like someone's coming to you, or this is just a conversation that you're having with someone, but it's like there's a nervousness to this. There's a scattered kind of energy here where you're trying to contain it. You want to talk about your, behavior, or like I said, now I'm kind of getting into both of you being one or the other. So take the role how it resonates. I'm going to talk to you like this is your energy, but could be your person. But there's a conversation here about the direction you've been going into, the behavior that you've been expressing, impulsiveness, reactiveness that's here, and the blockage or making a decision, or something to do with having a difficult decision that's on the table about abandoning something or leaving something out in the cold. And there's this idea of not wanting to lose what they feel like is really important to them, like not wanting to, switched. So this is like you not wanting to lose what you feel like is very important or valuable to you in an emotional way, and giving someone else something to think about. The Knight of Swords. So you're leaving this action up to someone else. This is like saying, hey, I know I've just been not doing good. Like, I have not been making good choices here for myself. I want to change. I want to be different. Please, don't make that don't make that decision to abandon me or leave me. I want to do things differently here. I can't lose you. I can't lose this. Sorry about my stomach growling. um, this is someone here that's giving the other person something to look at and go, well, now they're somewhat emotionally confused and they're in a place to where they're like, okay, well, now it's up to me. Or this is someone that could be saying, well, show me. I'm not secure in believing that. You're going to have to show me that that's a possibility or that can happen. So what's going to happen here? What's going to happen here? The Hermit. There's some deep introspection that's going on. Deep soul searching. The Ace of Wands. There could be a new beginning that's here. There could be a period of silence here between you and this person, or you and someone, or just deep soul searching. And then there's a new opportunity that's on the table. I feel like if this is a relationship or something, that this is about you're not letting go of this. Or someone's not letting go. But there is a Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck in reverse. So there's this feeling here of not knowing for sure if you want to commit to this or not, and needing to take things incredibly slow, do some deep soul searching. But there's still an Ace of Wands here, so I want to know exactly about that. That Ace of Wands can be like a passionate new beginning, or just having that motivation that you've been looking for to, like someone's trying to motivate you not to walk away, or you're trying to motivate someone not to walk away. Okay. What's going to happen? What's going to happen here with this? With the Hermit? Virgo energies, that Hermit. Signs and synchronicities. And travels here again. So, there are some boundaries I feel like that are being put into play here. There could also be like distance between the two of you. Or something like that. No, it wasn't travel that I saw on y'all's side. It was travel on the other reading. Somehow or another, if you almost clicked on pile 2, there could be a message there for you. Could be the other person's side. But only take it as it resonates. What's going to happen here? What can they expect moving forward? Oh, what was that? Ex-lover was here, but it didn't come out. So this could be somebody from your past that regrets. There was regret. They don't want to regret this. There's an apology here. I didn't see the apology out here. Maybe they've already done that. But they've definitely made some mistakes. Divine intervention. Something's happened with this person where they've had this wake-up call. Okay. Let's get some advice. So, we're going to keep putting my cards back, dang it. We're going to start with the Divine Goddess Oracle deck, and then we'll get an affirmator and some initials to close. Okay. Don't. Sacrifice is here twice. Giving up something now for a future reward. Divine timing, always. Everything has a higher purpose. Yeah, the divine has definitely had their hand in this in some way with that Tower being here. This person's had like a big wake-up call. This is like when something big happens to somebody and they have to really look at themselves. Like something really big. Like when I don't know, you keep doing something over and over that you know's not good or not good for you in some kind of way, and then something happens, it really rattles that person, it really shocks them into being like, okay, I really need to, like, this isn't good. I need to make healthier choices for myself. Recognition, yeah. It takes some time here for somebody to recognize that they need to make some better choices here for themselves. Admiration for your hard work is coming. You've been maybe trying to get this person to see this, and they just haven't been seeing it like you've been trying to get them to see it. And I think you've helped this person in some way to break the pattern. Putting in the work, action that helps achieve goals, building a path for success. So this is someone that really wants to put in the work here, or this is you. You're really wanting to put in the work here with this. You're understanding that this calls for some sacrifices. It's hard. It's difficult, especially if this is like a relationship. I mean, I don't know how extreme this is. Someone's was at the devil's domain, okay? Obviously, came out twice. Someone was doing some devilish things. And it affected, I feel like, the dynamics of a relationship, but it could just be in your life in general. So either this is focused on you or there's someone else here. So there's two versions of this, for y'all. So this is a general reading, so it's going to kind of fit for whoever's stories this is. The point of it is that there is a wake-up call that takes place that causes a decision to need to be made, and sacrifices come along with making that decision. This is someone, if this is a relationship's understanding that, you have to sacrifice things that you aren't good for the relationship sometimes, because they're not good for the relationship. Like maybe if I'm in a relationship with someone, I probably shouldn't be going to the bar every single weekend, without that person. That's going to eventually lead to some problems, stuff like that. Okay. So give me just one example, but boy, that came right out, didn't it? Affirmator. Don't take it personally. If someone starts to speak unkindly to you, I'll remember that they've got something going on that has nothing to do with me. Like maybe they just pooped their pants, and yes, that's probably it. So yeah, this has been hard for whoever's been on the other end of this, or it's just the situation, like it's been hard not to take it personally, in whatever kind of way. And it has to do with it's not personal. It's just like if you're in a situation where someone's like, you can love somebody to pieces and they could still be doing something that you're like, I cannot be around you because I can't be around that. Or, you know what I mean? Like, or I can't be, I can't put up with that. That's not part of who I am. It's that kind of a feeling. Anyway, okay. I hope this is helpful in some way, shape, or form. These always come out so different. You may have a lot of memories here. You have the camera. Camera may be important. Pictures may be important. A memory may be important. I don't know. If that's the wake-up call, that's it. Outside of that, this could just have to be, like maybe even having proof of someone in some way or something. I don't know. Anyway, something that's a memory that needs to change perhaps. Don't let your happiness depend on someone that you may lose. Yeah. Someone may have been too codependent or too reliant on the other to bring them, started to lean on the other person maybe too much in some kind of way. So that might resonate for some of you. Work hard and dream big. I love you. So, yeah, I mean, if there's someone else here, there is love here. It's just a little circle there, didn't it? There is love here. You may go round and round about this person because with hard choices, sacrifices, even if you love someone, like I said earlier, you still may know good and darn well that someone, despite how much you love them, they may not be good for you because they can't be good for themselves. So you may go round and round about this person like, yes, I do love you, but I can't put up with this, It's that kind of thing. We have JEG. I just said that to my son the other day because we were talking about his chores. He's fixing to be 17, and I was like, you're fixing to be 17. I shouldn't have to tell you when to do your chores. You should know how to do those by now, what to do, when to do it. I'm sorry for being on your rear about this, but I love you, and I want you to be a good person one day, and I want you to have these values. I'm raising good husbands here. I want good daughter-in-laws. I don't have any daughters. I have all boys. And so that's something I want. And I want to, I want to raise good men. So I'm trying to instill that. So I have to also mention, because I am a mother, I'm trying to be the father and the mother at the same time. I have to be that middle ground. So I have to make sure that they know I still love and care about them so much. I am still nurturing them, but you need to step up. Okay. I don't want their wife coming to me one day going, how does your son not know how to load the dishwasher? Or something like that. I don't know. Okay. They should want to help, They should want to help. Okay, so you have J, E, A, G, J, Q, I, and F. Okay, I'm going to leave y'all here. I don't know why I sat there for so long on that. J-I-F, though. There may be some kind of something to show somebody. And that also reminds me of my son. This could be, like I told you earlier, this could be family. But when my son was little, he was just going through it. He was going through some stuff, okay? And it affected him emotionally in a big way. And he was acting out. And he would throw these tantrums. And, of course, I'm heavy in therapy and all that. And he was going through some bad stuff with his dad. And he didn't know how to deal with it, so he was acting out. Well, the therapist told me he was so little, he didn't really understand. So she said to film him, to video him. And boy, that made a big difference, because he got to see how he acted, and he didn't want to be that way. So I don't know if that resonates for you guys in some kind of way, shape, or form, but there that is, okay? So thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you guys a lot. I hope this helps. Definitely good luck with you with this, and I hope to see you soon. Bye. Hey, Pile 4. So if you chose number 15, which is reduced down to 4, so there you go. And Discovery here. Okay. So the key card in this deck is Potential. And number 15 in the tarot is actually the Devil. So that being said, we're going to hope for the best and push forward. So we're talking about what you don't expect, what you don't see coming, okay? Not sure exactly what I'm going to use for the title on this, but that's the point of this reading. So we're going to start with the Twin Flame Audio Oracles. I'm going to shuffle these as I'm talking about y'all's card here. With Discovery, and that being the Devil, it could be that you're discovering something about yourself or someone else that may not be in the best form, okay? So with that being also potential, Discovery being the potential is the key word there in that. It could be that with this discovery becomes like where you're seeing potential here now. So some of you, this devil energy could be fear, being afraid. Okay, so with that being said, let's see. Pile 4, we're starting with, look at that. The Proud Rebel, Rule Breaker, Nonconformist, Non-Traditional Relationship. My goodness, these cards. Queen Bee, the natural leader, standing out from the rest and ruler of their heart. You have outside interferences, external factors, others affecting the outcome, and listening to other people's opinion. You have carelessness here. Whatever attitude, negligence, inattentiveness, not playing your cards right. Let's get one more. Came right out in solar eclipse here. Unexpected major changes, that's what we're talking about. Cosmic intervention and powerful changes of the heart. You have taking action at the bottom. Forward movement, willingness to do the work, taking control of the situation. And you also have key to closed door. Unlocking mysteries, access to new experiences, and what was closed before is now opened. Some of y'all, I feel like, are getting over your fear of something. You're stepping into this place of being who you want to be. You're being authentic and true to yourself. You may be even breaking some rules here. I don't think that you're listening to outside interference anymore. I think that you're kind of you're kind of throwing all that out the window and just kind of being authentic to who you are. And I think that it's really playing off for you. I think that this is something that's really going to play out for you in a big way. You have discovery here, so this could be something that you may have been afraid of in the past, is getting too much attention or being discovered in some way, or someone, like, this feels like overcoming negativity with this outside influences and carelessness, Queen Bee here. It's like you're overcoming your fear of the negativity of outside influences, like other people's opinions, and that really affecting your potential and yourself. I think this is what you're overcoming. I think that you're moving beyond this. I think you're taking control of that. And I think it's causing some significant changes to happen here. So let's see what those are with the tarot. And this is the guided hand tarot, which I haven't used in quite some time. So interested to see how this is going to play out. Okay, so pile 4, what they don't see coming. 4 of Cups in reverse. You are very much aware of doing something different, or wanting to do something. What you're doing is something that's very different. High Priestess with that Queen Bee, that is the natural leader here with this High Priestess energies, Pisces. You are really like listening to your intuition, and you're standing out from the rest here because you're listening to your intuition, or the way that you go about listening to your intuition could be something that's very different here. Differently. I don't know what that means. Queen of Wands, that is the Queen Bee, by the way. Sagittarius energy, having confidence in yourself. You're at a point to where you have enough confidence in yourself. You're just kind of being yourself. You have confidence in yourself, and you're just not allowing outside influences to affect you in any way. This is like really just not caring about what everybody else is saying and just kind of being yourself. And that brings in so much potential. You're overcoming your fears here. You have a 6 of Cups in the reverse with carelessness. Some of you, there may have been something here in your past, some choices perhaps maybe that you made in the past that didn't play out for you very well. And that was something emotionally that you were still kind of holding on to that caused a blockage here for you. Maybe at some point you didn't play your cards right. You have Justice here in the reverse. So what's going to be changing here for you is Justice in the reverse. Whatever has not been fair, like you've been maybe giving more than you've been receiving here. It's just something not being fair. This is what's changing, okay? Probably not, I mean, maybe not caring about that. I don't know. Why is that 4 of Cups in the reverse? I feel like for some of you, you've been just way too worried about everybody else's opinion. And that's what you're leaving behind. And you may have not realized that that's what you were doing, but I feel like that's here. The Ace of Cups is here with that 4 of Cups in reverse with the Proud Rebel. So I do feel like that you're just doing what you feel like that is right for you. You're just like seeing an opportunity here to an opportunity, and you're just kind of taking it, and you're not conforming to any kind of platform. It's like that kind of feeling of where you kind of fall in line with the way everything else is going, or everyone else is doing, or whatever the case. You're kind of on the sidelines here, coming up with your own game plan, coming up with your own play. And it's very different from what everybody else has done or they've seen or anything like that. And it really plays out for you. Tell me about the High Priestess, Pisces. I think I said that already, but yeah, the 7 of Swords in reverse. You're being authentic to yourself. You're being authentic to yourself. That's it. Your authenticity is what brings in this potential. Queen of Wands. Taking up for yourself. The Emperor in reverse. You're there we go. You're not trying to control anything here. You're not allowing anything else to control you. The Emperor here in reverse. This could be someone, but it doesn't have to be. This is just like conforming, right? And you're going against that, and you have a lot of confidence in yourself, and I think it's great. Why is Justice in reverse? It's a good energy. It feels good. Queen of Swords. Yep. The Queen of Swords is about standing your ground, standing up for yourself, being honest with yourself, being reasonable, logical. I mean, you're setting your mind into a place with this powerful change of the heart where you're realizing not everybody's going to understand you. Not everybody's going to believe you or align with you. And I think that you've just had your mind made up that that's okay. And with that brings you being more authentic, you being more original, you not allowing anything else to kind of control or dictate how you do things. In the past, too, this past energy here where you may have made some choices that didn't work out for you the way that you wanted it to. That has been something that's been kind of like weighing on you. And I think this is part of what you're moving on from. Yep. 3 of Wands there. Just like rethinking how you've been doing things here. Page of Swords in the reverse. You're rethinking how you've been doing things here. And also how attentive you've been to something. You've been really kind of tiptoeing around something, or it's just kind of like skimming the edge of something. Like you've just been kind of like this feeling of like being really cautious, overly cautious about everything you say or do in some kind of way, and it's been playing against you. And I think this is definitely what you're letting go of. Why is that card there, and why am I just now seeing and realizing that? Why did I just now see and realize that? And I know that y'all have probably been yelling at me this whole time. Why is that there? I mean, it happens, I guess. This is a card, a deck that I haven't used in a long time. Told you I hadn't used this in a while. This is out of a completely different deck. That's kind of crazy because of what we're talking about. I'm leaving it here. This comes from a deck that it's from Leo Vibes 1111, and they don't make them anymore. She doesn't make them anymore. So, but anyways, this is what I'm talking about. Like with that Ace of Cups, whatever it is that you want to do, your interest is, your emotions are, what will fulfill you here, is very different from anything else. You're really going against the grain with something. And you're completely aware of that. But you're also acknowledging that like this has to happen. Like you want to do this moving forward. You want to put in the effort, put in the work, and you're taking control of the situation here. You're having confidence to where you didn't have that confidence before. Recognizing your own potential. Queen of Cups in the reverse. Giving back to yourself. Giving into yourself. Cancer energy. Page of Pentacles. Learning a lesson here. Starting new. That new beginning. You have a Six of Swords in the reverse. There's something about doing something in a different way. Doing something differently that's here. It's not that you're completely like doing something like, let's just say if this was like what could I explain this with? If this was like a building, or a building, okay. If this was like a building, you're not trashing the building altogether. You're just doing something, redecorating, or something like that on the inside. Does that make sense? There's something to do with the idea you have of something is very different from anyone else, and you're following through with that idea, which is going to bring in that great potential. And I think there's been, like, you've kind of sat back and thought, well, maybe I need to do something else, or maybe I need to focus on something else. You may have had a lot of other people's opinion that played into this, that played against this with you, where you listen to them, and then you're like, just didn't feel right. You know, you're really in touch with your own intuition and you're trying to stay into that. And I think that may have been something that's been difficult because you may have had a lot of opinions around you. And some of you may have actually gave into some of those, but you didn't play your cards right at some point, you know, but I think that you've changed your mind and now you're reverting back to what you want to do for yourself despite what everyone else is saying. So you're really going against the grain here, you know, and I think that what's playing out here is that you maybe also be keeping a lot of this to yourself or keeping something here to yourself, the sun in reverse, just in case it doesn't work out exactly the way that you want. I don't know. That's just for somebody. That's Leo energy. Why is the Page of Pentacles here? 2 cards I pulled. It's the 7 of Pentacles in the reverse and that 9 of Pentacles with that Page of Pentacles. So there's this understanding that this is going to be really difficult if this doesn't work out in the way that you want. Or that you don't know if this is going to work out or not, but that doesn't keep you from not going for it. Even if this is like something that could give back to you financially, there's a fear here of putting so much work and effort into something and then it not reaping any kind of reward. This is like a difficult thought, but you're not trying to give into that so much. You're really just trying to stay committed to what it is that you want and what you believe in yourself. 6 of Swords in the reverse. The Hierophant. This is refocusing. The Hierophant staying committed to what it is that you want. I'm not sure exactly what this is pertaining to, but I feel like someone has got in that boat based off of someone else's opinion or the way, like conforming to something else. Like they were going about in their direction, and then it started to like not play out in the way that they wanted. So they listened to maybe the wrong people or wrong advice or something. And they started doing that despite the way they really felt about it. And they started to get so far down, and something happened where this person, or this is you, realized this is not the direction that I want to go in. And so you're going back to what you already committed to yourself. And it may be very different from others. It may be very, like you're being a rebel here. This is like you're going against the grain, you're thinking outside of the box here, and you're committed to it and you're staying committed to it. And will it bring a reward? You don't know. It will be difficult if it doesn't, but that doesn't mean that you're not going to commit to this. You see the potential and you have faith in yourself. And I think that's the most important thing. You have Taurus energy down here too. There's the Ace of Wands. That's that brand new idea or beginning that you have. And the Tower is there with that 2 of Cups. There may be like a contract. Some of you may actually be signing a contract. Like you're taking action, you're going for it. With that Ace of Wands and that Tower. Whatever this is going to bring in, it's just, you're taking this opportunity and you're going to see a huge change here. Some of you, this may be a relationship, you know, maybe a non-traditional type of relationship, but I feel like for more of you, it is about you taking the initiative here in a idea. It's so crazy that that card is different. It's the wrong card in this deck, and I didn't even notice it. I was just channeling along, you know. That shows y'all how far into it I get whenever I'm just like going along and channeling the energy. Like it didn't even click. Okay. What advice do you have for communicate, receive, and express the truth? So just be honest. Be honest. If you are in some kind of a contract here with someone, or this is a relationship or something like that, this is like, be honest. Be honest when it comes to that. Be honest with yourself. Express what you really want, what you're really desiring here. especially if you're kind of leaning towards a certain idea of what you have in mind for yourself here. The potential is that's here. Just be honest. Recognition, admiration for your hard work is coming. This will pay off in sacrifice. These two came out in one of the other piles. Giving up something now for a future reward. Some of you, this might be this. Some of you, no hard feelings, but you may be breaking a contract here with someone or going against what their idea in some way with that tower being here. Not everybody's, but that's something that's here. Divine timing at the bottom, which also came out in one of the other piles. Giving up something now for a future reward. There may be something here that like you're having to give up or give into. And this feels like going up an uphill battle where everyone's booing you. Like they can't do it. They're not going to make it. This is stupid that we're even here. It's a waste of time. You know, or whatever. Like there's a lot of negativity there. And I think that y'all have really like continued to, you may have let it got to you once or twice, but I think that you're realigning yourself and you're still pushing forwards, pushing through. And despite that devil being on your shoulder or your back, I think that you will have this discovery of the real potential that's here. And I think that you're going to prove everybody wrong. Let's get a card for that. We're going to get an affirmator, okay? Okay. Patience and courage. Patience and courage. Having patience and being courageous here. Okay. Came right out, didn't it? Look at the bottom. It's ultimate potential. I'm certainly going to read that. This says good things to come. And you have a vehicle here that's all wrapped up. So for some of you, that could be it. But let's see. I choose to live a life of my fullest potential. I trust that this will draw me towards experiences and people that support my growth and accomplishments. Turning into this frequency, I now reach higher heights than I've ever thought possible, knowing that an opinion, why would I ever tuned into anything else? I'm looking for you, smart jazz radio. So yeah, I mean, that's exactly what I'm seeing in your reading. And then you have good things to come. So it says there are so many amazing gifts coming your way. You can't see them. Hold on. Let me read that again. There are so many amazing gifts coming my way. I can't see them now because I respect the general convention of not peeking under the wrapping paper. But they will show up when the time is just right. And that's when I'll remember how much fun it was to be surprised. So you have been sticking here into this understanding that you know something good is going to happen out of this. Not letting anyone else get to you. Maybe you have, but not for long. And everything has a higher purpose. Right. Okay. Hold on. Let me get a few more initials here. Okay. Feel better about that. So, y'all have a lot of charms. You have the mermaid tail, which always makes me feel like you're in between. Like you're in the in-between. So you haven't seen the results play out yet or the rewards come yet, but you know they're coming. So you're like in between the worlds here. Choose happy. Focus on the good. You have the little bow tie. You also have that gift card as well. So yeah, I definitely feel like that there's gift from spirit, a gift coming. Ooh, I just got a whiff of onion. Peeling back the layers, are you? Okay. We have let your dreams be your wings. And we are what we believe we are. If you never try, you never know. Oops. Live in the present. You have the jack-o'-lantern. So October could be really important for some of you for some reason. October's important here. Okay. And then you have the new moon. So yeah, definitely new things coming. New things coming. And then you have boundaries here. So this cactus always reminds me of, you know, keeping boundaries up. So with other people's opinions about things, that could be part of that. We have, or be careful of what all you say to somebody, because then it gives them an opportunity to have an opinion about it, you know. So we have C, R, G, X, V, and B. Okay? All right, guys. So I'm going to leave you right here. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for all your love and support and kindness. Of course, I hope this helps. Good luck to you guys, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.